Let's talk about the gut triad. The gut triad has your 8, 9, and your 1. And remember, in that gut intelligence-based center, how is your body showing up? What is the gift of your physical experience as a human being? When you look at an 8 is motivated by autonomy. They want to have that independence, because if you're independent and you're in control, what is not happening in your experience as a person? Someone is not exercising control over you, and you are independent of those unhealthy power struggles and those power dynamics. So 8s are naturally going to be gifted at growth. And why would I say that 8 is gifted in a growth space? More than anything, you have to realize that if you are so familiar with uncomfortable spaces, with carrying weight, with dealing with tension, with dealing with friction, with dealing with disruption, is that you will increase your muscle mass, you increase your capacity to bear weight, because you know what it's like to end up in disruptive and challenging spaces. So the only thing that you are going to be able to intrinsically and naturally do as a result of dealing with those challenges and that disruption is to grow stronger. So the gift of an 8 is to grow and to help other things grow. Just remember, in that space, as you're exercising that desire for independence and that gift of growth, that you can sometimes be stronger than you think you are in your presence and in your action. So when we look at the space of a 9 is motivated and seeking serenity, something that is calm and placid and still and steady and undisturbed, right? So when we look at the absence of conflict and we look at the presence of calm, a 9 is going to be exercising on a regular basis what it looks like to be still, to try and steady their lives out, not to rock the boat, but to keep the boat safe and steady. So when you exercise that muscle on a regular basis, you are naturally and profoundly gifted at the human capacity for rest, because you know what it looks like to slow down. And for many of us in our lives, we have to figure out what it looks like to be able to implement and exercise that muscle of 9, serene rest, because most of us have very few chances where we slow down and we intentionally pursue that space. But remember, for a 9, what's your gift? To rest and to slow down. You may forget sometimes that you need to engage and you need to move into conversations and out of that space of hibernation. You need to wake up out of that rest space. Okay? For a 1 is motivated by justice. They want to make things right and make things fair. Their brain is hardwired to see when something isn't aligned, when it's off kilter, when it isn't straight or oriented in the way that it should be. And because they exercise that muscle on a regular basis and they know when things aren't right and they have the opportunity to be better or to be fixed, they develop an incredible capacity and an incredible gift for agency. And agency is your ability to advocate for something or someone. It's the chance to speak up when something's not right, to make things fair, to make sure that someone is advocated for. I just encourage anybody who's watching that's strong in that 1 energy, remember, you can speak up really, really, really easily about what's not right. And sometimes, it's helpful to remember that the right thing at the wrong time is still the wrong thing. And even though that you know what the right thing is to say, maybe it's not the right time to say it. So 8, 9, and 1, that gut-based, body-based reaction of living inside your somatic experience as a human being, your physical experience as a human being, so gifted and so motivated. The motivation of the 8, again, is going to be the idea of autonomy, and the gift is growth. The 9's motivation is that capacity for finding serene, quiet spaces and the gift of rest. And that 1, being able to see what's right, make it right, pursue justice, and exercise that natural gift of agency.